Good morning, students. So today we're going to solve question 9 from GATE CSE 2025 set 1. The question states that a square paper shown in the figure 1, this is the figure 1, right, is folded along the dotted lines as shown in the figure 2 and 3. So along this line and along this line it is folded. Then a few cuts are made as shown in the figure 4. These cuts are made. Which one of the following patterns will be obtained when the paper is unfolded? Right, so this is an aptitude based question. You have to use your imagination. Now I cannot force you to have imagination, right? That for that, to develop imagination you must practice is the key, man. You need to do practice every day, eat some almonds, and human thinking is affirmative in nature. So have some positive affirmations in your life, be more analytical in your daily approaches so that your mind is more conditioned towards using itself in that manner, right? That is the best thing. But I will over here try to use computer graphics to give you a better visualization regarding this question, right? Computer graphics, what I'm doing with computer graphics, you have to try to do with your own imagination if you're trying to get what I'm trying to say over here. Okay, let's follow along. What they have given us, that the figures are representative, right? So this representative means that they are not exact. Representative basically means that they can be used exactly as is, but obviously speaking, as you can see, the length of this does not match the length of this, right? So they are not exactly representative, but they are similar in the sense, right? Because it represents the idea overall. Because if I were to take this segment and break it and bring it over here like this, it is not going to be of same size, but it represents the same thing. Okay, so let's move on with that. So if the paper were to be folded like this, and then this paper were to be folded like this, you will reach at a paper which will look like this, right? It will look like this, but instead it is looking like this. So you may imagine that this is being rotated in this direction and this is the original one. Aptitude wise, that is also a valid thinking style, right? So if that were to be the case and all operations of these were to be reversed, right, so this segment would remain as such, right? This segment, this right triangle, there would be 4 triangles, right? So this right triangle would remain as such, right? Now if the pattern were to be matched with this one, so there should be a square over here which is not present in this, so A cannot be the answer. For B, there should be a square over here, square is not there, so that cannot also not be an answer. Same way, square should be here, that is also not possible, so this is not the answer, and this is also not the answer. So this way of approaching the whole problem is not what they had imagined. The question framers had not imagined it in this manner. So let's keep it to the side. This is not how we should imagine it. Obviously every question has different interpretation, and only valid interpretations are to be carried forward, right? This is not the way you can imagine. So let's imagine it this way, that this last symbol meant that this portion of the triangle was folded like this and was put into this portion, right? Let's take it like that. So with that, this portion of the triangle would remain as such even after all the other foldings are done, right? So which one of these follow this particular pattern? Let's see. By process of elimination we will have to reject, because otherwise you would have to imagine the whole thing, right? Excess work more than which is required is stupidity. You can go on imagining exactly how this paper opens, right? Exactly how this paper was folded, exactly where all the marks were, and if you were to unfold it in your imagination, that is not how much. That will require a lot of time and that will require a lot of effort. Why do that, right? So let's try to eliminate it, right? So let's take this segment. There would be 4 triangles of this sort, right? This segment, this triangle, one of the 4 triangles that would be formed, right? Exact same pattern must be there inside of this particular part, because after all of these expansions, the same this portion will have exactly the same cuts as is present over here, right? So let's take this and bring it over here, right? So does it have the same pattern for this portion? Yes, this part is same, this part is also same. So yeah, this part does seem to be the answer. But we are solving it by process of elimination, remember that, right? So now let's take the B part and take it over here. So this pattern does not fit with this one, right? Because this square should expand like this, it should expand like this, not like this diamond, right? So that is wrong. So B cannot be the answer. By process of elimination I can directly say that, right? With C, let's do that with C. So this triangle is not the same, so C can also not be the answer. Okay, we have rejected C also. With D, what is going to be the case with D? Let's see. This portion is completely missing, so D can also not be the answer, right? But by process of elimination, we can be 100% sure that A is the answer. You can even, if you are able to follow along what I'm trying to teach over here, if you're not, please do give some constructive criticism in the comments, because I cannot think of any better way to explain this, because this is how you would have to approach the whole thing in your own imagination, right? I've eliminated every single possibility with this base assumption, and this base assumption provides A as a valid answer, right? So if these assumptions, which are not being directly contradicted by the question, if following along those assumptions, if I get to a single answer, then if the question framer, even if he was thinking of some other answer as the real answer, he would have to agree that yes, this interpretation is a valid interpretation, and even if a gate answer key has a different answer, you can even contest it and you will still get marks. So that is the level of confidence I want to imbue upon you, so that you can have that confidence, right? And that is why I'm trying to use computer graphics to explain it to you. I hope that you learned something. I hope that this helped you in some manner. I will provide the link for this PDF. I don't really think it is going to be of any use to you, but having question in a different systematic manner is always to someone's credit, right? So with that, I would like to say have a good day, and like and subscribe if you like the video. Thank you.